Welcome back to the Fitness Fundamentals Podcast, episode 15 today. Overrated, underrated fitness topics. It can be nutrition, weight loss, training techniques. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. So I don't know the topics that Jared picked. Jared doesn't know the topics that I picked. And we're going to have like a little whiteboard over here to choose either if it's over or underrated. Go ahead. You go first.
Okay. Topic number one, training volume. Overrated, underrated.
Three, two, one. Oh, go ahead. You explain first. You said overrated.
I said overrated. I feel like there's a common misconception that you need to be doing lots of sets, lots of reps. But I think if your intensity is high, you could get away with just as low as 2 sets per exercise in one given session. That's why I think training volume is overrated.
I said underrated because I just don't think people train enough. Just in general,
Mm,
For the people who train very consistently, yeah, sure. Maybe a little bit overrated. You don't have to be doing 20 sets of biceps in the gym. But just for like general population, I'm gonna be like, yeah, just go and hit some sets in, you know?
do you think that's more training frequency?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a mixture of both. Just training in general, I think.
Mm. Well, I was coming at it from the perspective of, and let's say you're having one given session, your total amount of volume being like in one session, how much reps and sets you're
Yeah.
doing is what the volume is. That's what I was specifically talking about. That might be another topic that we discuss later on, the frequency part of it.
Yeah. I think it just depends on the perspective that you're taking. If you're looking at
Mhm.
your average gym bro who does 20 sets for every single muscle group,
Right.
yeah, it's going to be overrated. But just for, I think, general population,
General
got to
pop.
hit more sets in. Yeah, you got to get your volume in.
And what does getting your volume look like for you?
Hitting enough sets per muscle group. So
Hmm.
for me, that kind of correlates with frequency. So if you're hitting chest, let's say only once a week, maybe you're only doing 3 sets, right? And you're not seeing growth because you're only hitting it once a week. I would recommend 2 chest days, maybe 3 sets, 3 to 6 sets each, um, to maximize chest gains. But there's so many different approaches to take. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I like to focus on intensity, like 2 really hard sets with maybe a warm up set. I think could drive plenty of stimulus to a muscle in order to have it fire and grow. If you do have a weak point, like let's say for example chest, it's definitely appropriate to throw more sets at it as that's a goal that you want to achieve. But overall, for a general muscle group, as long as we're hitting those big muscle groups, chest, quads, hamstrings, glutes, stuff like that, I think two really hard, high intensity sets pushed within 2 reps of reserve could drive enough stimulus for muscle growth.
Yeah. I agree. We'll agree
Yeah,
for that one.
yeah, yeah,
All right. My topic, diet
yeah.
soda for weight loss.
Diet soda for weight loss. Okay.
Ready? Three,
Yeah.
2, 1. Yeah, underrated.
Yeah. Underrated.
I'll go first with this one.
Yes, please.
People need to understand that diet soda is 0 calories. Water is also 0 calories. So if
Mhm.
your calories are equated, right, you're counting calories, you're counting your macros, drinking 2 cups of diet soda and 2 cups of water doesn't add any additional calories. In my opinion, I think diet soda kind of satisfies the sugar craving that, most people have. I've been drinking a lot of diet soda recently. So I'm gonna put that in there too. So personal bias. Yeah, I love diet soda. Diet Sprite, especially.
Ooh, diet Sprite.
Yeah.
You ever mix different sodas?
Like which ones? Which will you mix?
Well, I always like my Sprite with like some lemonade, but I guess lemonade isn't quite a soda, but maybe you can find a 0 calorie lemonade.
Mm,
Like, what if you got a diet soda, like a diet Sprite, and then you add like a strawberry 0 calorie packet of lemonade in there?
yeah.
Bet you that's fire.
When I was in London, McDonald's, they had like a special menu item for like London only. It was a 0 calorie Sprite pineapple lemon mix.
Ooh,
So good. It
yeah,
was like 80 degrees outside, getting that full, I don't know how, like 1 liter size that
yeah,
McDonald's usually gives. Yeah,
yeah.
super good. Underrated.
Nice, nice. I said underrated too. I'd say, especially in America, I feel like soda is such a almost feels like a part of the culture in America. Like it's a very big deal. You go to a grocery aisle, there's a whole grocery aisle dedicated to just soda. So for the general population, you would expect that someone usually drinks soda, and I think it's an easy, no-brainer swap to go from regular soda to diet soda. Now, if you want to get into the logistics of maybe long-term health, XYZ, different chemicals and stuff like that, maybe I don't think there's even a ton of evidence that diet soda is necessarily worse for you. But if you want to take a more of a natural approach, probably avoid both. But overall, if you're drinking soda, looking for a good swap, looking to be in a calorie deficit, getting used to a more diet 0 calorie soda is going to make your life a whole lot easier.
Based on what I heard too, like the studies that show that diet soda can potentially contain chemicals that harm your body were
Mm,
usually studies done on rats, and the amount of chemicals that's in diet soda provided to rats compared to the body weight is like astronomically more than what a
mm,
human would typically drink on a typical basis. Like I don't
yeah,
think
so
anyone
higher.
is yeah, I don't think anyone is chugging down 24 cans of diet Sprite.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you. You have one soda diet or not a day. You could definitely work around that. And I think if you really value regular cane sugar soda and you have to have it, having it in moderation and having it within your meal plan or within your calorie limit can be appropriate for somebody.
Yeah, and calorie limit is a key word because some people might start drinking diet sodas and some people experience that they actually experience more cravings because they experience that sweetness but they never actually get that sweetness from the soda.
Ah,
But
yeah.
keyword calorie equated, if you're counting your calories, it's an awesome substitute. Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, nice.
Go ahead, you next.
All right. The next one is going to be training frequency. So how
Oh,
many days a week you're going to the gym?
okay, I got it. Three, two, one. We're gonna play the same game here.
Right, right. Why do you think underrated?
I think it brings back to the same point. I mean, not to go ahead and beat another dead horse, but like people are just not going to the gym enough,
Yeah.
right? If you're most people, I mean, it's totally fine, but like a balanced exercise regimen for the average person, they might, have some walks here and there. They might maybe go to some Pilates. They might be doing some yoga, maybe one strength training session. Like, come on,
Yeah.
let's increase your frequency of strength training. Let's try to ramp up that volume, get your
hmm
results. That's all you need.
hmm So how many days a week would you recommend someone do strength training?
That's tough because it's hard for me to, there's no magic number of how many days you should be going to the gym. But
hmm
for at least getting towards the results that you want, I think two minimum, 2 days minimum. I would even
hmm
suggest three, so you can do more of like a push pull legs type split. But two full body workouts, I think,
hmm
would suffice.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I said underrated because I think you can get in twice per week, drive a ton of stimulus, and you don't even have to take an hour each session, maybe 45-minute session. I think if you do those two things, you're making sure you get your step in and your diet styled in, you could drive some pretty good results as far as fat loss goes and maybe some muscle growth. Um, I just said it's underrated because I think two is excellent within a week. I think three is a little bit better. Um, four, so yeah, how I think about it, one and then two times a week is like significantly higher. Two to three, a little bit higher. Three to four, a little bit higher. And once you start going five, six, seven, I feel like the graph kind of tapers off as far as like maybe overdoing it. Um, but yeah, somewhere in that two to four range is typically something that's easier to maintain and something where you want to keep coming to the gym. Um, and like I said, I really just think it was under, or I said overrated, because I think the general consensus or how do
Consensus.
you, yeah, the general consensus between general population is that you need to go to the gym a bunch. They have these big lofty goals. They think they're so far away from them, and you could achieve these goals within two sessions per week, opposed to like five, six sessions per week.
Yeah. Cool. Next topic. Walking for weight loss.
Yeah,
Ready? Three, two, one. Yep.
underrated,
Both
sure.
underrated.
Why do you think underrated?
I think it goes back to the conversation we had with Aaron last week. You don't
Mhm.
need to be training super intensely to promote weight loss. First of all, weight loss comes from your diet, yes, but exercise helps. Walking is one of the best forms of exercises to promote weight loss because, one, anyone can do it, or almost anyone can do it. If you can walk, walk, right? Get your 10,000 steps a day. It's probably the easiest thing to promote more calories burned, which would help you with weight loss. It's not much to it. I mean, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. And I think the beauty of walking is it's so simple, so easy. It's not a big barrier to entry to do.
Yes.
And because it's such a lower intensity exercise, it derives fat loss, number one. So fat burns typically anytime where you can maintain a conversation while doing the exercise, and walking obviously achieves that for 99, 95% of the population. I would prefer a 45-minute walk over 5 minutes of just sprinting. I think that longer duration will drive more stimulus as far as fat loss goes.
And not even for like weight or fat loss, just the cardiovascular benefits that you get from it.
Mhm.
Like no one walks enough. We're sitting at the desk all day. Like I said, we're sitting on the drive to work. We're sitting at work. We're sitting on the drive back. When we come back, we're sitting to eat dinner. Then we're sitting on the couch. Then we're going to sleep. We gotta increase your steps.
And another thing too, you're doing that all inside.
Hmm.
Getting outside, getting some fresh air is it's best to like some of the best quality air you'll get in a day is just being outside. Also helps clear the mind, helps with digestion. There's just an endless list of different benefits that a walk can do.
Yep, for sure. And if you're listening to this on a walk, you're living life.
Right. Also rucking too. So
Hmm.
some kind of weighted walk. If you don't have enough time, instead of doing an hour walk, maybe do a 30-minute walk with some weights. Doesn't have to be a weighted vest. Something that I do is just grab a backpack, grab a 40-ounce water bottle. I'll even put a little barbecue kit in my backpack with the 40-ounce water bottle. It feels pretty heavy. It's like over 10 pounds. And it gets a good sweat going once you go for about 30 minutes.
There you go. What's your next topic?
Ooh, okay. My next topic, overrated, underrated. meal timing. So getting your protein in at a certain time.
Hmm. Got mine.
Okay.
Three, two, one.
Yeah. I
Yep.
said
Both
overrated
overrated.
too. Yep.
I think there was this like trend back when I first started where you got to get your protein shake right after you work out.
Right.
But I think generally when you have time to eat and when you have time to prepare your food for meal prep, like 3 meals evenly spread out throughout the day, it's good enough. Like you don't need
Yeah.
to be having 6 to 8 meals like those bodybuilders who want to promote, you know, protein building, but 3 meals really all you need. Work out whenever you're free. Doesn't have to be super strategic and structured. Just build a routine that is sustainable and that you can stay consistent with.
Mhm. Yeah, and I can't say with sure confidence this. I just don't believe that there is a magic 30-minute window after your workout where that's the window you have to replenish your proteins or whatever. I think if you're generally covering your bases, getting all your amino acids and hitting your protein targets for the day, once you go to sleep, that's where muscle repairs and builds, not necessarily 30 minutes after your workout with that protein shake that you just drank. Probably whatever that next meal is will suffice as far as rebuilding your muscle and helping you with recovery and muscle building.
Yeah, there's one caveat that I do want to point out. If you work out in the morning and you don't eat before, so you basically haven't ate since the previous night, then that's where I think meal timing maybe matters a little bit more. Like
Hmm.
if you're hitting a workout at 6 a.m. and you haven't ate since yesterday at 7 p.m., then eating a meal after that first workout, I think it matters. Just
Hmm.
because you haven't ate in like 12 hours. So that's the only
Yeah,
case, but that's a very small subset of people. So I still say overrated.
yeah. And that gets into more like intermittent fasting.
Mm,
Yeah. I
cool.
think if you're intermittent fasting and I think it's more valuable to time your workout and when you're going to eat next if you're intermittent fasting.
Yeah. All right. This one is, I'm not going to give context. Chicken, broccoli, rice.
Chicken broccoli rice.
you can you
Okay.
can you can determine what the purpose of it for, but just in general, chicken, broccoli, rice.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Ready? Three, two, one.
I said
Overrated.
overrated too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's not the only thing that you can eat. So many people, right when they start a new diet, start a new meal plan, they're like chicken, broccoli, rice. Got my protein, got my veggies, got my carbs. Don't get me wrong. That's just because it's overrated doesn't mean it's bad. I just think that, you know, that's the first thing that people think about. And there's so many other different meals. Be creative with it. So much other protein options: seafood, salmon, shrimp. For meats, pork, lamb, beef. Like, doesn't have to be just chicken.
Right. Right. And when I think of chicken broccoli rice, it feels like the bro who's started dieting and chicken like maybe has salt on it. The broccoli's steamed. The rice is white rice is steamed. It's just a bland meal. You can make chicken broccoli rice, but maybe add some like Asian influence of flavors in it. Make a little stir fry or something. That probably tastes 10 times better than just like a regular chicken broccoli rice, like all in its own individual, boiled and steamed.
Yeah.
um, yeah. Um, but yeah, you got to have a high diversity of food. You can't just eat chicken broccoli rice for the rest of your not the rest of your life, but like for a large part of your dieting. Um, it will help with satiation. It will help you want to continue your diet once you learn how to cook higher protein meals that are a little bit less in calories, and you start to see results. It will keep you wanting to continue to find new ways to make it not feel like a diet. Soon as you start restricting yourself or making it feel like a diet, that's when you're not setting yourself up for success.
Yeah. It just feels like a restriction. Yeah, that's a perfect word for it.
Hmm.
Go for it.
All right, let's see the next one here. Okay, next one is body weight training.
Got mine.
Okay, me too.
Three, two, one.
Under, let's go.
Underrated.
Go. Why do you think underrated?
Bodyweight training, like calisthenics, right? That kind of,
Hmm.
yeah. Look, I don't think it's like superior to weight training and strength training, but if we're just talking about overall opinions on it, I think it's underrated because not much people do it.
Hmm.
A lot of body weight movements are closed chain movements, meaning your body
Hmm.
moves and not your limbs.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know the exact scientific benefits of closed versus open chain movements, but I think as strength trainers and lifters, we do a lot more open chain movements with dumbbells, barbells, and all that. But it's good to throw in some body weight movements in there. It also keeps you feeling good. Like when you can do 10 pull-ups in a row, we can do 10 push-ups in a row. You just feel so much better. Like you can handle your body weight.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I agree. And I would say the main benefit to open chain versus closed chain movements, closed chain is good for bone density. That's what derives the most amount of bone density stimulus. And you could achieve that still with barbells and dumbbells. I would say more machine style training, like what you see in your big box gyms. If you just hop on and do a bunch of machines, it's not going to derive much stimulus for your bones to grow. You might get a little bit stronger, but it won't derive that stimulus for bone density. And that's where closed chain movement based training is very valuable. Um, as far as body weight training goes, yeah, I think someone should try to get to be able to do one pull up. I think someone shouldn't worry about a 135 or 225 bench if you can't do 10 push ups on your own.
Yep.
Someone can't start loading the bar on a squat, or for that matter, something I see a lot of people load a ton of weight on a leg press machine. But if you can't do some body weight squats with proper form with no pain, then maybe you shouldn't be loading up the leg press machine. So there's I think body weight training gives you a good baseline of allowing you to advance moves with more weight.
Especially for beginners too, like what you mentioned.
Hmm.
I think it's first of all, like it's a much lower barrier of entry. You don't need a gym membership, right? In fact, the
Hmm.
first year of me starting lifting, it was just at home. Yeah, I had a couple like pairs of dumbbells, but the main thing that I used was this over here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a pull-up bar. You can do abs, you can do dips. There's push-up handles at the bottom. Everything you need.
Hmm.
Pull-ups, yeah. So
Hmm.
that right there, first year of lifting, that's all I used. And that's all you really need. Sometimes I'll just hit a workout in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how much did that cost?
$180.
180 bucks.
That's it. That's 1 month of gym membership.
Hmm.
Less actually nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absurd gym prices.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Nice. What's your next topic?
Brown rice instead of white rice.
Okay.
Three, two, one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Overrated. Sure.
go for
Shit's gross. It doesn't taste good.
it. Yes.
uh, number one, it doesn't taste that good. And then I forget like what the brown rice is. It's like a whole grain. It's something over the rice. Kind of blanking on what it is. I just know it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Brown versus white. There's not enough health benefits to make me want to go towards brown rice with how shit it tastes compared to white rice. You get your simple carbohydrates with just white rice, just fine.
Let me play devil's advocate. Because it tastes so bad, wouldn't that make you want to eat less and in turn lose more weight?
Correct. But if you don't enjoy your diet, It's not going to be a sustainable diet, and that's
Okay.
why
I get you.
you that's why you should be able to enjoy white rice because it's something you enjoy, but have a good healthy balance with
It's a good argument. I respect that.
it.
I
Yeah.
respect that. It's the exact same reasons that you said. I think white rice, brown rice, whatever you enjoy. I just think that in diet culture, that's the first substitute that a lot of people make, but doesn't really make that much of a difference. Some people argue that there's a little bit more fiber, you get you more full. I tried brown rice for multiple months in a row. I don't find it getting me full easier. I still end up eating a lot.
Right,
So
right.
honestly, it's personal preference. Like rice is rice, carbs are carbs. Choose which one you like. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What's your favorite form of white rice?
jasmine.
Jasmine.
Yeah.
I'm a Calrose guy.
What is that?
It's a certain, just look in the rice aisle, look for Calrose. It's the
Cow
best.
rose. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go and
It's
look
like
for
a
that.
medium grain, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's really good.
Cool.
All right, my last topic. We almost touched on it in the last one, and it's gym memberships. Overrated, underrated.
Gym memberships. Okay. Three, two, one. I'm gonna go equal. I put it around the side. I don't know if it's over or
Yeah,
underrated. Why
yeah,
is it
yeah.
underrated?
I think it's underrated because you have to enjoy the gym that you go to. Um, if it's something that's closer to you, it makes you more successful. It's super underrated. If there's an environment that you enjoy and you know you have to have, or you know it'll get you in the door more, then it's incredibly underrated. And I guess my stance is more like it's about the environment. And if your quote unquote gym is outside or at home, that's completely fine. That's the environment that you succeed and thrive in. You should 100% succeed and thrive in that environment. But if you're shopping gyms and you're between one or the other because of maybe price per se, but one of them that's more expensive that will get you in the door more within reason, you should definitely go with that one.
Yeah, I put equal because I can play both sides. Overrated because you don't need a gym membership to have success in your general fitness and health.
True.
Underrated because people don't go to the gym enough. There's a
Mhm.
large portion of the population where that incentive of joining a gym and finding a community that you like can be life changing. You see that for a lot
Mhm.
of people at BFT, where if they never
Yeah.
experience a gym community, where they never even experience group fitness or coaches like us, it can be
Hmm.
pretty life changing. So I'm playing both sides there. It's hard for me to pick a
Yeah.
side.
Right, right. And it doesn't necessarily even have to be group fitness. It could even just be a gym that has a massage chair and you after you get your workout in, you always have to hop on that massage chair because it feels amazing. If that keeps you going to the gym, you should definitely go to that gym.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say one of the biggest gym membership hacks: get a Planet Fitness membership.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm gonna explain
You
why.
go- Yeah.
I might have a bias because I used to work there in high school.
Wait, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to work front desk Planet Fitness in high school. Yeah.
Nice.
First of all, it's dirt cheap. You're paying $10 a month. Like, come on.
Hmm.
Their premium membership is $25 and you have access to every single location. So if you travel a lot or you go on a lot of work trips, there's literally a Planet Fitness in every single city. So
Right,
that
right.
$25 that you pay a month, you have access to literally thousands and thousands of gyms all across America and some worldwide. And I know, people hate on the purple color and the equipment. There's no barbells, but it's a solid gym. Like they're franchise, some are corporate. They all live up to a certain standard of what machines they have there. All the dumbbells for most of the locations go up to 75 pounds, plenty of benches, relatively clean. It's a hack. you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Planet Fitnesses are actually really clean, I've
Mhm.
noticed.
You know why?
Compared to why?
The workers.
Yeah.
That's half of our job. Is clean the machines.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, one of my best friends, he also worked at Planet Fitness too. I
Hmm.
feel like 24-hour fitness is a lot more grimy. You could always
Hmm.
find some like really run down 24-hour fitnesses, but I don't think you could really find that with Planet Fitnesses.
Yeah, because the workers on 24, they just sit in the front desk on their phone.
Yeah, and with the premium membership, don't you get hydro massages too?
Yeah, you get okay. That's even better. You get hydro massages. You get a total body enhancement, which is red light therapy. There's a tanning room if you like to tan. What else you get? You get free pizza occasionally. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of that, but it's a perk.
Right, right. So they have red light therapy there?
They do. They do. Yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
That's super cool. Yeah, and then you think about what someone spends in a week, a month, $10, $25 here and there isn't gonna really do too much for you. Or if you just look at your spending and say, is there anything that I'm spending $10 on to $25 on that's not impacted my health positively that I could just swap out for a little Planet Fitness membership?
Yeah. Great. Amazing gym.
Yeah,
Next one,
yeah.
full body workouts.
Oh,
I kind of know what you're gonna say.
right.
Watch it. We're gonna do the opposite. Ready?
Okay.
Three, two, one.
No, I
Oh,
said
okay. We
underrated
agree.
too.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why'd you say underrated?
it's all I've been doing for like the past year now is full body workouts. Um, and that's because like for gym frequency, going back to that topic, the right structured program, if you're doing two full body workouts a week, I think you could derive a lot of results from just that. Um, I love full body because every time I go to the gym, I don't feel like I'm excessively hitting one body part. And if I have to skip the next gym session, at least I know I hit my full body. And if you're doing those big movers, your horizontal pulls, vertical pulls, horizontal pushes, you're gonna derive a ton of muscle stimulus and also get multiple muscle groups in one move. And then yeah, working out if you're working out your upper and then you're hitting legs really hard, really good to make you feel accomplished at the end of your workout.
Yeah, couldn't have explained it better. Just the amount of, I think all ties back to that frequency question, right? If you're, well, you can work out 2 to 3 days a week, and if you're hitting individual body parts, it's going to take you a while to get that individual body part again. So, full body gets our frequency in, solid option.
Yeah. And if you're a beginner and you're like, oh, I could just do 2 weeks or two times per week, and you're going in there and you're just doing bicep curls, like you're not going to see the results you want. And that's when it's appropriate to hire a trainer, online trainer. Make sure your program is getting structured properly um, around your schedule and what you have available to you.
Yes, sir. All right. You have another topic?
That was my last one, the gym membership one.
Okay. I have a bunch more, so you can rapid fire it.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Ultra filtered milk,
Ultra filtered milk.
like
Okay, yeah.
Fairlife, and A2 has some.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Ready? Three, two, one. Underrated. Dude,
Underrated.
ultra filtered milk. It's a cheat code. If you're drinking milk right now, stop drinking that milk, switch to ultra filtered.
Yeah, throw that shit in the trash.
2 times the amount of protein, less calories, and it tastes the same. It really does. I can't
Hmm.
tell the difference. Fairlife, if you're gonna ask me, I think it's probably one of the better brands. Not super expensive. Buy it from Safeway for like $4 to $5.
Did you see the new player in the ultra filtered milk game recently?
What is that? Who?
Kirkland.
Kirkland. Really? They have ultra filtered milk now.
They just dropped like a
No
month or
way.
two ago. Yeah, yeah. A
Is
big
it like
2 pack.
2 pack?
I think it's a 2 pack for less than $10 and you get like a good amount.
Oh my goodness. All
Yep.
right. All right. You put me on. Is it like they still have like the same like protein, like high protein?
Yeah, it's like a direct competitor to your Fairlife drinks. And it's right in the dairy section, right where they got the eggs, the butter. You can now find your ultra filtered Kirkland milk.
Do they have like whole milk and like 2% and all that?
Yeah, they have different options of milk
Oh
you could
my
get, but
goodness.
they just dropped an ultra
Okay.
filtered one.
Yeah. All right. Saturday, my Costco runs. I'll go get it.
There you go. Yeah, you
Thank
gotta
you.
look out for it.
I'm learning more in this
Now,
podcast.
now if Costco drops a ultra filtered chocolate milk, I would freak out.
Oh, dude, the Fairlife chocolate milk is absurd. It's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
it is pretty.
protein. Has a lot of added sugar, but I mean, just for what you get, great value.
Yeah, Costco does sell the ultra filtered Fairlife chocolate protein milk too.
Yes,
It's
that's
in
the
the
one where
little
they add.
shake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about like regular milk, not like
right, right,
protein added. But yeah.
exactly.
All right, next one. Speaking of protein, protein bars.
Okay,
3, 2, 1.
I said overrated too.
Yeah, overrated. It's disgusting. I never really found ones that I liked, and I think people the hype around it, especially those. I don't know if we should say this, but those David bars,
Yeah,
they're so
I haven't
overhyped.
tried it.
Yeah.
I haven't tried the David ones yet. Those barbells, they're straight candy though.
Okay, yeah, those are good. Yeah, those are good. But it's not like the
Here's the thing.
macros are like amazing, you know? Like if you're I guess it's a good sweet treat, but to hit protein, like bars nowadays, they have, especially the Bear Bells, what, 20 grams? Like just eat like
Yeah,
4 ounces of chicken at that point.
yeah, I would take a protein shake any day of the week over a protein bar.
Mm.
Way better macros, tastes better. Like no one has figured out how to do a clean protein bar. They're all filled with a bunch of additives and emulsifiers and not derived from natural ingredients. A lot of times it's cheap protein too. And then they
Mm.
still have like over 250 calories. I'm like, what
Yeah,
is this? It's ridiculous.
it's not a meal replacement either.
Right, right. Yeah, no, it's not. Versus a protein shake, you get higher quality protein, better tasting protein, less fillers, and it's going to be like 120 calories to 25 grams of protein, like almost no fat. Like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah. So would you say protein powders are over underrated?
Protein powders are probably properly rated,
Yeah, I'd
in
say
my
so too.
opinion. Yeah, I feel like yeah, enough people are everyone's always down for a good protein powder. And I think a protein powder that's um has high quality protein and isn't just like some super cheap protein powder, which is probably better than a super cheap protein bar still. Um, yeah, I think people love protein powder, and there's not a ton of protein powders you probably wouldn't recommend.
Yeah. Next one. 8 hours of sleep. This one's for
Yeah,
you, Jared. This one's for you.
I know.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. People,
Underrated.
people are not getting enough sleep.
No, no, me included.
I think like more than 75% of the people that I know that I talk to aren't getting enough sleep.
Yeah.
And it's not just duration either. I know it's not part of what we're talking about, but the timing that you go to sleep, uh, the not only the morning routine, which gets super hyped, the night routine. winding down from blue light, getting the high quality of sleep, so important for longevity, for your goals of gaining muscle, helping to regulate your hormones to help you lose weight, so many things. Injury prevention, get your 8 hours of sleep, please.
Yes, sir. um, yeah, I forget who said it, but I saw a clip of someone saying if they listed out all the benefits of sleep and they put it in a pill, everyone would be knocking on the door to get that pill. And that just shows that like it's free, something you could do, something that you need to prioritize. And above all else, it's good for your brain health, your cognitive function. If you don't get enough sleep, your brain just doesn't want to work.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think there's much else to be said about sleep. Just gotta get it.
It almost has to get to a point where it's a non-negotiable.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying this as someone who does not get enough sleep. It's
That's
so
all
bad.
right. Just keep saying it. It'll come to you. All right. I do have a little research stat here. The National Sleep Foundation recommends 7 to 9 hours of sleep for adults between the ages of 18 and 64, and 7 to 8 hours of sleep for adults over 65. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine recommends adults sleep 7 or more hours regularly for optimal health. So it looks like seven is more like the minimal number to get to
Yeah.
reap all the total benefits. But I think the reason why I say eight and many other people say eight is if you go to bed, you're not going to automatically fall asleep. Like it takes some time, right? You also wake up maybe sometimes in the middle of the night to go use the restroom. That all accounts for everything. So if you're in bed by 12 a.m. and you wake up at 8 a.m., more than likely you're going to get that 7 hours of sleep, right? Even though you're in bed for eight. So seven is technically okay, but I still recommend eight.
I agree. I also recommend getting a sleep tracker. I got this Google Health one here, $99 gets you 95% of what a Whoop would give you or an Oura Ring would give you. It measures HRV. It measures your restless sleep, REM sleep, deep sleep. Um, it kind of gamifies it. You create a. I found that my sleep's gone a little bit better with it. Just prioritizing it, trying to start your day strong with a good score.
Mm-hmm.
And also, it's a good indicator of if you get really crappy sleep, maybe you should find a different day to train the next day. Your body's just not ready to fire and give you its best version of a workout. But on those days where you get a higher quality sleep, this even measures your readiness for a workout. You got a high readiness, ready to go. You should be fired up for your workout and hit your workout really hard.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you though. I'm not a really big fan of sleep trackers.
Ooh, overrated, underrated. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Well, you already know what I'm gonna say. I'm
Yeah,
saying it right
yeah.
here.
I'm saying under.
Over. The reason why studies have shown that if you have a sleep tracker and it says that you got a poor night of sleep, so your sleep score is low, you're going to perform worse on a given task, let's say an exercise task, even though your body's recovered. It's kind of just like a trick in your mind. However, you can also play the other side where your body is recovered, but your sleep score says it's not recovered. But in your mind, you're thinking that you had a good night of sleep. You're going to perform better. So I think it can help, but also hurt you in the same way. When you see your sleep score is at 50 instead of 99, you're gonna be like, oh crap, I can't train today. But you know, I don't think that should deter you away from getting your workout in.
Yeah. Maybe it should modify how you approach your training.
Yes, but I don't think you should judge how you feel based on the sleep score. It should be more of you use that as a way to help guide you. But you really, if you feel good, right, but your sleep score is at a 50, don't rely on that sleep score and say, okay, I'm gonna take a lighter today, even though I feel good.
Yes, exactly. I agree. It has to be used as a tool, not religion.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think just I think it's underrated because I think some most people have under awareness of their health. I think if little things like a sleep tracker, if little things like tracking your food or whatever helps you be more successful, you should do it. I don't think it's the end all be all by any means. Um, there is some days where maybe you don't get a lot of sleep, but your HRV is really high, your REM sleep's really high, and maybe that day where you probably wouldn't have trained because you're like, oh, I only got 6 hours of sleep. But there's days where you get 6 hours of sleep, score is still high, your readiness is still ready to go. Maybe you get a harder training session than you would otherwise. So it's kind of on the flip side of it. But I have seen a lot of people live and die by their sleep tracker. They wake up and that decides their mood for the whole day. So
that's not
don't be
that's
one of
not
those.
great. Yeah.
No, that's how you have a negative relationship with something. But using it as a tool, I think it's underrated.
Yeah. Because I'm gonna say right now, Whoop, overrated. So overrated. The marketing is so good though. They market
Yeah.
like even on if you go on the website, you go on their ads, they're like high performing athletes, they're all sponsored by them. But it's just a little band that make it look nice, no watch face, very sleek, good design.
Mhm.
But man, yeah, overrated.
And that's why I love the Google Health one. Look,
Yeah.
same concept. No watch face, slimmer design even.
Hmm.
Definitely forget like you're wearing it. Um, it's the direct competitor to Whoop. And yeah, Whoop's details, if you're exercise science nerds like us, having a Whoop is a ton of fun looking at all your metrics. But for the general pop, you don't need a Whoop and you don't need to be paying that much either. It's ridiculous. It's
It's
like
ridiculous.
$280 per year. You
Yeah.
can't do that the rest of your life. And that's where my biggest problem with Whoop was. I bought a Whoop and used it for 1 year, really wanted to resubscribe, but could not justify that price. But this one, just $99 one time. That's it.
Yeah. All right, this one's great. Electrolytes.
Electrolytes. Yeah, okay.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh,
You want to go
disagree
first or you
again.
want me to go first?
I'd go first.
Go for it.
I think electrolytes are underrated because I don't think enough people are drinking quality water. You have purified waters, distilled waters. Um, they strip all of the minerals in your water. Adding a trace mineral or having some electrolytes will allow you to get your proper minerals within your day. I think a lot of people are deficient in different vitamins and minerals, and electrolytes have a good value in making sure you're getting your minerals as well.
I said overrated. You don't have to be pounding down 1,000 milligrams of sodium when your diet already looks like takeout, when you only work out an hour a day, when you don't even
Yeah.
sweat, when you're working out indoors in an air conditioned environment. You don't need to be pounding down 1,000 milligrams of sodium. You just don't.
Hmm.
And I think the marketing of a lot of electrolytes have bled into the population that doesn't really need it. I'm talking about general fitness people who go to the gym 3 days a week.
Hmm.
The correct market for many of the electrolytes should be going to those elite athletes and high performers who
Yeah.
are working out twice a day in the heat, running 10 miles during practice,
Yeah.
losing a lot of water. That's the market that a lot of electrolyte companies like LMNT are kind of marketing towards. But I think because of business purposes and a lot of the
Right.
yeah, a lot of the supplements have just bled into the wrong population.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Salt-based electrolytes need to be for endurance athletes, and not for like if someone's working a desk job and they got their water with some electrolytes in it, probably not the appropriate thing to do. Um, and Liquid IV, I that's the one electrolyte company I personally like to avoid, just because they still have like a ton of sugar in Liquid IVs.
They do. They have a zero sugar one though. I used to drink liquid IV before Element.
Yeah.
The taste is great. Um, I never really had an issue with it. My issue with it was that it didn't have enough sodium because back when I was taking a lot of electrolytes, I was working out a lot, running a lot,
Mm,
so I kind of needed the the sodium. But that's why I switched to Element. But I'm talking
yeah.
about for the general population. You don't need to be drinking that
No.
much. Yeah.
It's not a need per se. If anything, I do agree it could be a hindrance if you're not doing some kind of endurance with your workout that specific day. Um, but yeah, yeah, I should agree with that.
Yeah. Great products though. Great products.
Great marketing, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Sauna and cold plunge. It's gonna merge them in one.
Sauna and cold
Unless
plunge.
you have a different rating for. I have the same rating for both.
Uh, okay, we'll merge them, but there's I think I prefer one over the other.
Okay, that's fine. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, let's merge them. Right, three, two, one.
Ooh.
Go for it.
Okay, I prefer sauna over cold plunge just because the cold plunge, I feel like most of its benefit is mental. I think there's some physical benefit, but if a untrained individual doesn't want to do weight training and they just go in the sauna 3 times per week, 2 to 3 times per week, that vasodilation is driving a huge amount of benefit that a workout would give you, and it could prevent a ton of heart disease. It's been proven in a ton of studies that sauna sessions with X amount of minutes, due to the vasodilation, the expansion of your blood vessels and stuff like that, drives a huge amount of benefit and prevents heart disease. So that's why I say underrated.
I said overrated for both. All these recovery techniques, just have an extra hour of sleep instead.
Ooh, that's valid.
Like if you're spending the time to go to one of those therapy rooms for an hour and just sitting down, use that hour um, to add on to your sleep.
Yes, I agree.
uh,
Yeah,
and also
that.
personally, like I don't really do it often. That one time I did sauna was with you.
Mhm.
I'm doing fine. Go to muscle. There's no magic to it. I don't think
Yeah,
that if I start doing sauna and cold plunges, I would look a lot different. Feel maybe. Uh, Not something I really tapped into a lot. But honestly, if I have a good night of sleep, if I have a good training session, I'm all set. That's all I need.
exactly. Yeah, I don't think now if you said sauna and cold plunge for recovery, I'd probably say overrated. I'd agree with you. Above all else, any recovery modality, number one is going to be sleep for your recovery. Number two is going to be nutrition, and that's going to be all the way up here. Everything else is way down there, as far as recovery tools and stuff like that. But if someone is overweight, doesn't want to go to the gym, or not even overweight, they're just sedentary, just going in a sauna and sweating, getting some vasodilation is going to massively improve their health over just staying where they're at, not doing anything.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. But a lot of people just do it to look cool.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong.
Right. Right.
All right.
Yeah, and if you just cold plunge and you're like you don't train, it's like what are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Every morning, right? All
Right.
right, last one. Training to failure.
Okay.
Ready? Three, two, one.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Why do you think it's underrated training to failure?
Look, first of all, you don't have to train to failure to see results. Studies show that you can have 1 to 2 reps in reserve, meaning you can stop when you feel like you could have done 1 or 2 reps more. But you have to train to failure in order to get to the point where you actually know what failure is. And a lot of people don't know what failure is. You see a lot of people in the gym, casual lifters, when they finish a set, I genuinely think that they probably could have done like 2 times the amount of reps.
I was just gonna say double.
Yeah, literally double, like 50% of the time. You should be getting to the point, not every single set, but I would say at least once in each training session to the point where you can't do another rep. And
Mm,
people just don't train hard enough, just in general. Just,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. You're trying to derive muscle stimulus, training to failure is a huge that's without a doubt going to drive some kind of stimulus to your muscle. Obviously, anything in excess is not good. But yeah, you need to find what training to failure looks like for probably each major muscle group. So you could get a feel, you could get a gauge as you do exercises in the future, what 1 to 2 reps in failure looks like. I often see with a lot of my own clients, general population, soon as they start to feel some kind of shaking, they think something's wrong. They think that they're weak, that it's supposed to be perfectly balanced. You're supposed to go up and down for a perfect 10 reps, rack it, and now you're nice and strong. No. I always tell them the shaking is what we want. That's the nervous system trying to figure out like, oh shit, we need to get this weight up.
yeah,
And that's what's going to derive growth. So really important to train to failure, see what it feels like, and then as you're training, you should be shaking a little bit as you're going through your reps.
yeah. But now, if you're a advanced lifter who's done all the failure training, they know their limits. I would say like me and you are like pretty close to that point where you give
Mm.
me a dumbbell for a bicep curl, I kind of know how much reps I can get until I'm at failure. Then you can start playing the RPE, the reps in reserve. Training the failure is not absolutely necessary for growth. So, but yeah, general population, the next set that you do, try to go as much as you can while maintaining correct form. It doesn't have to be perfect. All right. If you get a little bit swing in there on the bicep curl, that's totally okay. Right. Try to see how many reps you can do. And I assure you, you can probably do, you know, 5, 6 more reps than what you typically do.
Yeah, you almost have to get to like a war level place in your mind. And I also think the mental benefits of, hey, this is really hard. I don't want to do another rep. And you just saying, screw it, I'm going to do another rep, I think derives a lot of mental benefits too.
For sure. All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Overrated, underrated. We'll probably do one of these in the near future. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a review on Spotify. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all the good stuff.
Check out the blog too.
Oh yeah, check out the blog, Fitness Fundamentals blog. Updates every week, summary, key takeaways, good stuff.